Welcome to the Box Over Shots podcast. I'm your boy Jay.
And I'm Imran Milan. And in today's episode, we're finally switching it up. No more contenders or pretenders. No more guess that stat line. Even though that was pretty fun, we actually might do like a continuous series of that, where like I just give more random stat lines, or maybe RJ, researches some random stat lines and then he gives them to me. Who knows? You could see the continuation of that. But for now, today, me and RJ have compiled a list of. Let me just see how many I put. I think I put like 4 to 5 hot takes / unpopular opinions of stuff that could potentially happen in the NBA this year. Before we start off today's podcast episode, we just want to say rest in peace to Terrence Clark. He died in a car accident, and RJ's telling me that he crashed into one of his teammates, but luckily his teammate didn't die.
Yeah.
So. He did? That's like so weird. I don't know how much truth there is to that statement, so I'm going to leave it at that. But yeah, rest in peace to Terrence Clark. He had a bright future, man. He had a bright future.
He did, yeah.
He was number one. Me and RJ, we were looking it up. Number one in his state. Number 4 regional, I'm pretty sure. No, number 2 or 4 regional. No, 4 in position and 2 in regional.
Yeah.
He was a baller, man. That kid was something special. And the fact that he went too early.
Wait, dude,
It's 19, but yeah, just rest in peace to Terrence Clark before we start off today's episode. Okay, so now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, you know what we do? We move on to NBA news. So let me just search up NBA and let's see what pops up after my Chromebook is dead. Thank you. Let me just reset the internet on my Chromebook because it's always bugging when you do these podcasts. Always.
Yeah.
Spurs. Okay, yesterday's games were garbage. What is this? Spurs beat the Pistons. Don't care. Bulls beat the Hornets. Could care less. Celtics Nets is today.
Won.
Celtics Nets is today. Yes. Who do the Raptors play today? No one. What was the Raptors' last game? What? Oh, Raptors' last game was on Wednesday? No. Didn't we play on Thursday? No, we didn't play yesterday.
And they don't play today?
But they play tomorrow against the Knicks, the second best defensive team in the league. Clowns.
Wait. Are they on their are they still on the streak?
Raps? Or the Knicks? The Knicks are on like an 8-game win streak right now. 8-game win streak.
If we win, then wow.
Raps are on a 4. In the Raptors' last 10 games, they're 6-4. The Knicks, 8-2. The Knicks are the hottest team in basketball. The Knicks and the Celtics are the hottest teams in basketball. And the Clippers, I just realized, in their last 10, they're 9-1.
Whoa. I didn't know that much.
A 12-game losing streak. RJ,
wait, who's on a 12-game?
The Thunder. In the last 10, they're 0-10 because 12 games. But yeah, remember, so from the last video where we were talking about contenders or pretenders, and it was the first one because we were doing from 15 through 10, which included the Wizards and the Thunder. They had the same record. The Thunder have not won a game since that video. And the Wizards have won 6 in a row.
Okay, the NBA is weird, bro.
The Raptors are on a 4-game winning streak, which is amazing. Love to see it.
I'm so happy to see that.
The Raptors and the Bulls have the same exact record. And who do the Bulls play? If the Bulls lost yesterday, then the Raptors would have been the 11th seed. The Bulls play the Heat tomorrow, which is when the Raptors' next game is. Raptors play the Knicks tomorrow. So those are 2 pretty good games. The Lakers play against the Mavericks again tomorrow at 8:30. Why did I go to YouTube? What am I doing? But yeah, the AD, he returned yesterday. Yeah, he returned yesterday, put up 4 points in his return, but there was a lot of rest. I'm going to be honest. He was 2 for 10, 4 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. So it wasn't the best game for him. The Lakers somehow only lost by 5, despite Luka's, 30? Andre Drummond had 14 points and 19 rebounds, by the way.
Okay.
Luka had 39 and 8. Yeah, he's been playing great ever since he came to the bro. KCP, Dennis Schroeder, and Andre Drummond are better than LeBron James and Anthony Davis, bro. Dennis had 25 and 13. Andre, 13 assists. Andre, 14 and 19. KCP had 29 points.
29.
Let me just give you, and he's coming off of an ankle injury that he suffered against Jazz.
So he doesn't have rust somehow, but AD has.
Okay, these are from April the 4th to April the 22nd, which was, of course, yesterday, the last game for the Lakers. KCP, 8, 13, 28, 14, 12, 9, 2, 25, 15, 29. 2. Balling hard.
Not consistent at all.
He had 34. Oh, no. Okay. I thought he had 34 against Hornets. He played 34 minutes and scored 9 points. Balling hard.
9.
Out of that stretch, 6 for 12 from 3. Nice. Yeah, KCP's been having a pretty good stretch of games. They're pretty inconsistent, but they're good. Kind of, sort of, maybe.
Yeah, kind of.
KCP won with the 8th pick in 2013 to the Pistons. The 8th.
That's weird. I'd go lower.
Lottery pick? Oh, that's cool. Of course, Anthony Davis is going to be trending because he just came back last night. Apparently, he didn't think about his injury once yesterday, which is a very good sign. But considering the fact that he went, what was it again? 2 for 10.
2 for 10.
You might think that he had a little bit of a thought about the fact that he didn't want to kill his ankle again.
Yeah. So.
He's played 17 minutes as a starter. Like I said, he had 4 points and 4 rebounds. Nothing too special. He's missed the last 30 games.
Yeah.
Hasn't played since Valentine's Day. Can not expect him to do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah. In more NBA news, because it's not like we're just talking about yesterday. We also need to talk about the whole entire week because today's Friday. Our last episode was Friday, so we need to go from last Friday, right?
Yeah, Friday, yeah.
It only makes sense. So let me go back to NBA. So let's go to NBA. Let me just scroll up to last Friday. Bugging out. Thank you. Balling hard. What is happening? It's dead. Okay. So on Friday, how many games went down on Friday? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. On Friday alone. The Jazz beat the Pacers. Oh, this was the Donovan Mitchell injury game. Bro, what is up with injuries right now? What is up with injuries?
Yeah.
Harden suffered a setback. KD is out for at least 4 to 6 weeks. Donovan Mitchell is injured. LeBron's coming back early May, which is good. That is a very good sign. Who else got injured? LaMelo's coming back soon, which is good. Who else is getting injured? Kawhi is out with the injury. Danny Avdija broke his leg.
He was crying. So.
Trae Young, ankle injury.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what is happening? Okay, I'm gonna go through each and every one of these days and see. Kyle Lowry received a doctor thing, so now he goes by Dr. Lowry. He said that he wants them all to call him Dr. Lowry. Wait, what did Ludor do this game? Because Ludor had 26 and they lost to the Pistons on Friday.
No, Ludor is balling, bro.
Ludor is balling. Ludor's balling for sure. Sixers beat the Clippers. Speaking of the Sixers, can we talk about Joel Embiid against the Suns? Can we talk about this? What is he? How? It was so close. It was so close.
It was literally in.
In fact, it was literally in. We now move on to Saturday, April the 17th, in which we have Jazz Lakers. Oh yeah, I remember I was watching this game. Why do I hear like a beep? Do you hear that? Do you hear beep?
Oh, I can't hear that. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's fine. Anyway, but yeah, Jazz Lakers. The Lakers ended up beating the Jazz in a very, very good win. It was no LeBron, no AD. The Jazz weren't playing Rudy Gobert or Donovan Mitchell, so Jordan Clarkson got the starting spot. He put up 27. Ersan Ilyasova, as a starter, had 20 points and 5 rebounds, starting at center.
Wow.
KCP had 25 this game. Dennis had 25. Drummond had 27. Like, bro, Drummond, KCP, and Schroeder balling their minds out. They've been amazing.
Wait, what team is this on the Sylvan? The Jazz?
It is.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know he was in the league. What? I don't know, man.
Yeah, but the Lakers blew out the Jazz in overtime, 5-17.
Oh, okay.
Celtics Warriors. That was a good game. That was a good game. That was a very good game. Steph had what 47 this game? 47, 49, 47. JT had 44. Yeah, JT had 44. Steph had 47 in one of the best games of the year. I can say that pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
Spurs gave the Suns a huge loss on Saturday, which was like very surprising to me.
That's really weird.
They were down like 78-49 at a point.
Phoenix, bro.
They scored 19 points in the first quarter. No, what are you doing? 19. You're not a basketball team. Devin Booker. Sums up with Devin Booker, bro. He has not been playing like Devin Booker. By the way, in that Suns in that Spurs game, CP3 at 6.
That's wild.
Okay, let's go through some of Devin's last couple games. So let's actually go from April the 7th to of course April the 22nd, which was his last game. So of course, starting off this month, hot against the Jazz, 44. No, not 44. I hate math. 35. But then you think about it, 13 for 31 shooting and 0 for 6 from 3.
Yeah, that's dumb.
How good are you really going to get from there? Against the Clippers, 24 points, 6 for 13 and 0 for 2. Against the Wizards, 27 points, 11 for 24 and 3 for 8. Like, he's putting up good stats, but his efficiency has been garbage. Garbage. Like, he's shooting 34% from 3 this season. Is that really that good? And then yesterday against the Celtics, he put up 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists on 6 for 13 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. In my opinion, the worst game out of this stretch, best game out of this stretch was against the Kings. He put up 23 and 4 and 4, 8 for 19 shooting and 3 for 10 from the field. Like, what?
That's It's
weird. That's just weird. Like, no. What are you? Devin Booker went to Moss Point High School. What is that?
I didn't know that. What?
Never. But yeah, Devin Booker needs to snap back into it if the Suns want to have a real chance at the championship, man. He snap back into it. They have a real chance at the championship. Yeah, like I said, Celtics Nets. That's gonna be a good game today. It's gonna be a good game.
Really good, yeah.
But it will be a Nets team without KD, without James. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Celtics team with no Jaylen Brown because Jaylen Brown's also injured.
I mean, it's still a good game, so.
Yeah. And then 2 days later after that game, the Lakers and the Jazz played again. This time, the Jazz actually had Rudy Gobert and blew them out. That's how Rudy Gobert is a difference maker, without a doubt. Huge. And they also had Mike Conley that game, so yeah. Drummond in that game got absolutely dominated by Rudy. Drummond had 8. Town Horn Tucker off the bench this game had 24 though. 24, 2 and 4. Yeah. See, Town Horn Tucker's been playing pretty good. No cap. Clippers Blazers on Tuesday. Hello. What has gone into Paul George? What is happening? What's up with this man? This man put up 33 and 11. Okay, can we just clap it up for the Blazers? They lost by 1 to the Clippers with no Dame. Because Dame is also injured.
Yeah.
What's happening? What is up with injuries, bro? Like, take them out. What's up? Paul George hit the 2 clutch free throws to seal off that game. The most controversial game of the week was Suns Bucks. You know what happened in Suns? You know what happened in Suns Bucks, right?
I'm probably missing something. I don't.
Suns Bucks was the game where PJ Tucker got called for a foul on Devin Booker, in the corner when it was very controversial. A lot of people don't think that he should have gotten called for a foul on that play. Yeah. And Devin Booker hit the free throw and then the game was done. I didn't think that was a foul. No.
No.
His hand. Okay, so isn't the rule your feet are not allowed to get into your landing space? His feet were not in the guy's landing space. His hand just went like, and then he pulled it back. He got called for a foul. Devin Booker, he's a knockdown free throw shooter. So we make both of them. That should not have been a foul. We should have seen what was that? Was that game already in double overtime? No, it was only 1. Yeah, we should have seen a double overtime. For sure. We should have seen double overtime without a doubt. Without a doubt in my brain. Giannis in that game had 33 and 8. Oh my gosh. Giannis, man. Giannis, chill. Of course, PJ Tucker comes off the bench, scores 3 points, gets 3 rebounds, and costs the team the game.
Nah, good defense at the end, PJ. I don't care.
And one of the best performances that we've seen ever. So we see Ja drop 36, 12, and 8.
Yeah.
8 boards, mind you, which is an amazing stat line. You move over to the Nuggets box, go on, you see Jokic with 47, 15, and 8.
He's just out of his mind, honestly.
What's up with him? The Nuggets have not lost a game since Jamal Murray got injured.
Yeah, that's a big thing for them, man. They're gonna. We know they're gonna be contenders with Jamal, definitely.
He's not coming back though, of course.
He's not like at the
He has an
playoffs.
ACL injury.
Yeah, my brain's cool.
They're running Campazzo at the starting point guard right now because Monte Morris is also injured. So what's happening right now? PJ Dozier is getting like huge minutes. They're not playing Bol. But bro, I feel so bad for Bol. Like he's a good player, man. When they play him,
legit.
he's a good. Like he can be a good role player off the bench. He can be an amazing role. Like Bol is the type that will play 15 minutes off the bench, give you like 7 points and 6 rebounds. That's all you need from him. Shoot like 37% from 3. That's the type of guy that Bol is. And the fact that he's not getting minutes and they're deciding to give Vlatko Konkar, whatever the heck his name is, more minutes than Bol, kind of, it's sickening. Sickening.
What, bro? Like
bro, their bench that game against the Grizzlies, PJ Dozier, Jermichael Green, Shaquille Harrison, Paul Millsap, and Konkar. Whatever the heck his name is. You could run Shaq Harrison at the point, PJ Dozier at the shooting guard. Paul Millsap, you can run anything you want in all reality. You could even run Paul at the small forward. In all reality, you could run Aaron Gordon off the bench. In all reality. You could run a lineup where your starters, when Monte Morris gets healthy, because he's not out for the whole season, you could run a Monte Morris, Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., Paul Millsap, Jokic. We've seen that lineup plenty of times before. And then off the bench, you can have Campazzo as your backup point guard. You can have Dozier as your backup shooting guard. Your backup small forward could be Aaron Gordon. Your backup power forward could be Jermichael Green. Backup center could be Bol. That's a good team. That is a good team. Like the fact that you're losing Jamal Murray and you still have a competent team, that's something good. And Aaron Gordon, of course, he'd probably not want to come off the bench, but if it's for the betterment of the team, he seems like a player that would understand, you know? Yeah, Aaron Gordon went on his first 8-game win streak like of his career. Like with the Nuggets. So like I know that he probably wouldn't mind having to come off the bench so that the team can maybe have a little bit more bench depth because the Nuggets right now, dude, they don't have that. PJ Dozier is a good player. It's not like he's like Lou Williams, like just superstar coming off the bench. Like no, nowhere near. Raptors, big win on Wednesday against the Nets. Huge win. OG Anunoby, man. OG Anunoby's different. 25. Different, man. Pascal with 27, 9, and 6. Kyle Lowry's back. Freddie's back. The Raptors are finally back to full health, and it's good basketball to watch, man. Good basketball to watch. They only played Chris Boucher. Bro, I don't know why Chris Boucher isn't starting. What are they doing?
I don't get it.
Against the Nets, they ran Kyle, Freddie, OG, Pascal, and Khem Birch. Add Chris Boucher to the lineup.
Khem Birch is great, but no.
Khem Birch off the bench, perfect. He'll grab boards. You know, he's very good at grabbing offensive boards, especially. So he'll grab those offensive boards and he'll put it back up. Maybe get fouled. He's not even that bad of a free throw shooter. Like, put him off the bench. And with a guy who is Freddie Gillespie, who...
What?
I have never heard of this guy, but he played 24 minutes for the Raptors in this game against the Nets. No, who is he? No, who is he?
No.
Look at him. He's a backup center. How Khem Birch and Freddie Gillespie have helped solve the Raptors center problem.
Stop. Who made that article?
Okay, I'm just gonna show you a picture. You tell me who you think Freddie Gillespie is.
The guy on the right?
The guy that looks like Lucas Nogueira or whatever the heck his name was.
Oh no, I've seen him before. I don't even know like what? I don't know if he plays or anything.
Freddie Gillespie proved last night he's worth the starting role. Starting role?
No, they didn't. Who
made that? worth the starting role. Bro, this man is barely getting minutes.
He's not even better than Ken Birch. He's not better than Chris Boucher. I can tell you that
Nowhere
without
near.
a joke. A joke.
Boucher's good. Ken Birch had 8 points and 7. Like, bro, they played Chris Boucher 11 minutes that game. Like,
Wait.
What?
They played the Gillespie guy more?
13 more minutes, as a matter of fact. The Gillespie, whatever his name is.
This is a joke.
Yuta Watanabe played more minutes than Chris Boucher. Yuta Watanabe just got signed to an actual deal. So, shout outs. Why did they run two? Did they run Chris Boucher at the power forward and Freddie, whatever his name is, at the center? What's happening?
Oh, how's he getting minutes?
The Raptors bench that game was Malachi Flynn, Gary Trent Jr., Yuta, Chris, and Freddie Gillespie. Bro, you could have ran Kyle, Freddie, OG, Pascal, and Chris, and then off the bench you could have Malachi Flynn, Ken Birch, Freddie, Gary Trent, Yuta. Bro, man, put Ken Birch off the bench. Get Chris Boucher in the starting lineup. I'm starting a petition.
What's it called? There's a like the Raptors are kind of tripping this year, bro. Why? And they were running like Larry, Freddie, OG, and no, not OG. Who are they even running a small forward? But they were running like OG at power forward and Pascal at center.
Yeah, they were running a lineup where it was before the Norm trade. They were running running Kyle, Freddie, Norm, OG, Pascal. So they were running a small ball lineup because Pascal's like 6'9".
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But how tall actually is Pascal?
I think he is 6'9". I think he is.
I hate the fact that when you go to height, it shows 2.06 meters. What does that tell me?
Yeah, what is that?
And I have to go 2.6 meters to feet. He is 6'7".
Okay, cap. No.
2.06 meters is 6'7". 6'7" and a half.
They had to get that wrong. He's not 6'7".
Freddie's 6'7" and a half. No, not Freddie. Pascal's 6'7" and a half. He's small. He's tiny.
Now it's even more dumb.
Raptors are retiring Vince Carter's jersey, sir.
Yes.
Sir, man. Sir. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all for NBA news. It's not Kyle Lowry. Stephen Curry got absolutely clamped.
Which is stupid.
Russell Westbrook, 20 rebounds. That's all I'm saying.
Andrew Wiggins is balling. No, I'm like
also missing layups.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, but Russell Westbrook in this game, it's not like he had a tremendous game. He had 14, 20, and 10, which is very good. 5 for 17. 5 for 17.
What?
1 for 4 from 3. But yeah, it was a good game. What is Russell Westbrook's IQ? What is this? One of the biggest knocks on Westbrook's game is his poor basketball IQ. He is an experienced NBA player. Don't you dare talk about he has a poor basketball IQ.
He averages like double-digit assists a lot of times.
He's averaging it this season. The past, I think, 5 seasons, he's been averaging double-digit assists.
Wow,
he was 4.0 out of 5.0. Now I want to see what's LeBron's IQ before we start off this thing.
Now check it.
And Chris Paul. Okay, what is LeBron's IQ? I put 1 Q. What is LeBron's IQ, Milan? Who has the highest IQ? Chris Paul. Okay, Chris Paul has the highest IQ. They will have Chris Paul at 1 or in the top 2. Some people mention LeBron James, but even he is top. It's not even telling me the actual number. It just seems to me. What is Michael Jordan's IQ? 154.
Up.
What was the IQ of Albert Einstein? 160. Michael Jordan was almost as smart as.
No, he's overrated. I don't care.
Who is the smartest basketball player of all time? Bill Bradley. Who?
Nah, he's some Knicks player in the 70s or something.
Okay, no, I actually have to see what's LeBron's IQ. We're not starting off. No, we're not starting until I see this. I don't care. No.
Bill Bradley? What, bro?
What is the IQ? I don't care. balling. It's not 11. What is happening?
What, bro?
I don't care, Sports Illustrated. I just want to see the man's IQ. Bro, why do I need to know? I'm not signing up for your foolishness. It didn't even show. Oh. I went onto this website just to see this. When asked if basketball IQ is intrinsic or whether it's something that can be learned, James said he's not quite sure. This is not what I'm looking for.
What, bro?
I just want to know the number.
It's balling.
No, and I have to. Do I actually have to search up what is LeBron IQ score? Please tell me, bro. This is made in 2012. Okay, so back in 2012, it's not even. I'm gonna print something. The article said 15 NBA players with the highest basketball IQ. LeBron's on the list. It's not even showing the IQ of anyone. What is happening? What is this? What is this? Do I actually have to go to like images and see just an IQ score? What? I searched up IQ score and it's giving me player comparisons. What is happening?
Just trying to keep it a secret because they're balling.
Do I have to go on Reddit? Seriously? To go find the LeBron's IQ? It's showing me Jeremy Lin's IQ. Bro, I don't care.
It's probably high, but like still.
I'm going to have to say the smartest NBA player ever is probably Jeremy Lin or Pau Gasol.
How?
No, somebody said that.
What's Pau Gasol?
Pau Gasol was in medical school, which really translates to the NBA.
Yeah. He's going to revive people on the court.
Lin graduated from Harvard in 2010, which means that he was admitted in 2006 when he only had a 9.7 acceptance rate. And he was Jeremy Lin was accepted into Harvard, Stanford, and Brown.
No.
4.2 GPA in high school.
So we had options? What?
Of course, you're gonna most likely. What? Like, you think Harvard has a basketball program? Why do you not just go to Stanford? Stanford. If you look up any highest IQ list, they have Chris Paul at 1 or bro. I don't care. Where was LeBron? Oh. Okay, Jai. Before we start this off, no, we're not. I know. I've said before we start this off so many times. We're taking an IQ score. What's my IQ? Why not? Never mind. Let's just start off the thing because it's telling me to pay money. Okay.
What, bro?
Okay. I have my notes listed down on my phone, by the way.
Yeah, I have my notes in my head.
What the heck? Okay.
Because I'm balling.
Lost the paper because you're nice. Okay. You go first. We were thinking about just doing RJ say all his 4 or 5, and then I say all my 4 or 5. Let's just alternate. Okay, so say your first one.
Oh, okay. So what I was thinking was,
of course, we need to have evidence to back it up or whatever. Yeah.
I don't even know if you'll agree with this. But this is definitely an unpopular opinion. But I think Julius Randle over Zion. Because
you gotta go to back it up.
The only reason I say that is because other than like dunking / finishing around the rim, I think Julius Randle's better in every other thing. So
he is a better mid-range shooter. He's a better 3-point shooter. Playmaking is arguable. I think Zion's a better playmaker in my opinion. But Julius Randle, I'm not gonna knock it. He is a good playmaker for his size.
Yeah, that's all I think.
Yeah, my bad. But I'm not mad at that. I'm not too mad at that. He could very well be a better.
Write in the comments your opinion on our takes and stuff.
Do you have anything more to say about this? About your take?
Nothing really much. Just that he's balling hard right now. But yeah, that's all.
You think he's playing better than Zion?
No, not playing better than Zion. Just like as an all-around player. Oh no, I feel like he is playing better than Zion, but like as an all-around player, it's better.
Okay, that's your opinion. I'm not gonna knock your opinion because that's rude.
Yeah.
We all have different opinions. My opinion might be different to that because I would say that Zion's value is probably higher because
Oh, definitely.
younger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not gonna knock that. I'm not gonna knock that at all. Okay, my first note. Before LeBron's injury, was he the best defender in the NBA? And hear me out. So I know it's going to be a bunch of Ben Simmons, Rudy Gobert, maybe even Chris Paul's. But if you think about it, LeBron James had a team with no Anthony Davis. It was LeBron James, Dennis Schroeder, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Kyle Kuzma, Markieff Morris, Marc Gasol, Montrezl Harrell, Talon Horton-Tucker, and Alex Caruso. Dennis Schroeder and Alex Caruso are the only two players there, and Marc Gasol maybe, but Marc Gasol is way too old to be considered a good defender now.
Yeah.
Only Dennis Schroeder and Alex Caruso have kind of implemented themselves as guys that will pick you up the whole entire length of the basketball court. They will pick you up 94 feet. And LeBron James had that team by a mile in a different stratosphere on the defensive side of the ball compared to every other team. They were way ahead of Philly. They were way ahead of Milwaukee. They were way ahead of everyone. And it's I'm not going to say it's solely because of LeBron. LeBron is the biggest reason without question.
Yeah.
For that. So my thing is, was LeBron the best defender in the NBA prior to injury? Because like I said, I just named off everyone that was on that team. He's the best defender out of all of those guys. I don't think that's questionable.
Yeah.
Like I said, Dennis Schroeder and Alex Caruso are the only guys that have proved themselves as guys that can, like I said, pick you up 94 feet. LeBron is probably a little bit too old to pick you up 94 feet. As you get past that half court line, LeBron's going to read your every move. That's why he's number 1 or number 2 in IQ in the NBA. As I was just looking up. LeBron is going to know. Yeah. LeBron has NBA players after games going into interviews saying that LeBron has been calling out our plays before we even make them. LeBron in a series against the Raptors called out the play that OG Anunoby was running before he even spoke. He didn't even speak. That's because LeBron James just sits down 24/7 watching film. LeBron just sits down watching film, which allows him to be one of the best defenders in the NBA. So my hot take / unpopular opinion was LeBron James might have been the best defender in the NBA prior to injury. That's just me though.
So my opinion on that, I didn't have him. Okay, so you probably know this, that I don't think he's the best defender. I still think personally that's Ben Simmons. I don't know. I still think that, but he's definitely the best defensive leader. I would say that.
I'm not going to argue with you on that one. I'm not going to argue with that one. Okay, yeah. Next.
Okay, so for me, I think, okay, this is kind of more like a all-time type thing. So like, I think that like the current Brooklyn Nets are the most skilled big three ever.
Okay.
And I don't know if I want to say this, but I don't think it's close really, because literally, like when I heard the trade happen, I was thinking, oh, this team, it's not fair. These are 3 literally unguardable players on the same team, especially Kevin Durant. That's just my opinion. I think that though. I don't know, man.
Like I said, I'm not gonna argue with you on that one. There is an argument. I agree with you that they're the most skilled big three, but when you said that it's not even close, then my mind was like, is this guy okay? Because think about it. We have the big three of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, of course. We have the big three of Steph, Clay, and Kevin. And then you also have the big three of course, now you have the big three of Kyrie, James, and KD. While they might be the most skilled big three, I feel like skill cannot make you a championship contender. Of course, it's going to be one of the main factors. If you have the most skilled team in the NBA right now, and maybe in NBA history, but that team can't play like a defense. That team cannot guard anyone. So that's number one.
No, I got it. Yeah.
And the chemistry isn't fully built up. With championship teams, you have not seen a championship team that had spectacular team win in like the first year because the chemistry needs to build up. Those guys have played 7 games together. Okay, they've played 7 games together. Like when they've all been on the court, it's been 7 games, and in those games, they're 5-2. Both of those losses coming to the Cleveland Cavaliers. But they're 5-2 in I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But in all 7 of those games that they played with each other, they're 5-2. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And you do make a good case for the most skilled big three, because I do think that they are the most skilled big three. But I feel like I said, skill, you're gonna need a skilled team, because you're not gonna win a championship with a bunch of scrubs. That like you're more likely to win a championship with a bunch of skilled players that don't have chemistry. I actually could be wrong here. Okay, hear me out. This is one of my takes. You might be more likely to win a championship with a bunch of guys that are role players that have amazing chemistry than a bunch of really ball dominant superstars that have no chemistry whatsoever. You might have a higher chance with the role players.
No, you're right on that. No, I agree.
No, yeah. You're definitely going to have a higher chance with the role players, because the role players don't expect the ball in their hands all the time. So if you have that one guy that's just going to be handling it and, just passing it to all the other, like say that like your team is like Jordan Clarkson, KCP, like, I don't know, Bruce Brown, and like your best players like Jeremy Grant running the power forward, and then your center is like Boogie. All those guys, because Boogie's not considered a role player, which is kind of crazy. So say that that's your 5. Those are a group of 5 very good role players. Jeremy Grant's become the star in Detroit, but before that, role player. So you have a bunch of very, very good role players. But if you put together a team of Stephen Curry, James Harden, Stephen Curry, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Jokic, that is the most skilled team, like, without a doubt. If that team has no chemistry, because everybody on that team is going to want the ball. If they can all work it out and be like, okay, so one of us is going to score like 20 points, everyone else just score 15 and play good defense. If they can do that, then they're going to win the championship, because they have enough chemistry to acknowledge the fact that one of them is going to be the best and the other guys can kind of just take a seat back. But if they're like, no, I need my 25 and 10. Oh, I need my 15 assists. I need my 6 threes a game. That's not going to build enough good chemistry to win a championship. Like I said, you can have the most skilled team, but chemistry is all, bro. Chemistry is more than 75% of it. Because if your team does not mesh well, but it's a bunch of skill, you're most likely not going to win a championship. A bunch of skill, no chemistry, that's not going to lead to good results.
Actually, is that, like, there's like 3 big examples of that. Like, okay, obviously the Dynasty Warriors were like the most skilled team in the league there, like at that time. Yeah. But we know that they had max chemistry.
Because they just brought on, because they brought on KD. They were recruiting KD ever since they lost a championship. And Clay, Draymond, and Steph, they were playing each other the whole entire time. And they were playing with each other the whole entire time. And adding on one player that wanted to be there isn't going to really ruin the chemistry. Because how mad are you going to really be if your 3-star players say, we want another star, and they bring on another star that you already have good chemistry with? How mad are you really going to be? How much are you going to really hate those 3-star players, Okay, so my next take is, I actually have 2 CP3 takes. Is Chris Paul a top 10 player in the league right now? Is Chris Paul a top 10 basketball player? So let's go over the top 10. I'm gonna do this in no particular order, so that I can't get flamed in the comments. And like in these top 10 players, like in the players that I have right now, I'm not gonna include CP3, and then I'm gonna see if CP3 can go ahead of any of these guys. So can CP3 go over Embiid? No. Can CP3 go over LeBron? No. Can CP3 go over Jokic? No. Can CP3 go over Curry? No. Can CP3 go over Giannis? No. Can Chris Paul go over Harden? No. Can Chris Paul go over Luka? Potentially. After that, okay, wait, Arjun, so name your top 10 for me.
Okay, so like I name and you say if they can go over?
Yeah.
Kind of like that? Okay. So KD.
Yes. No, my bad.
Giannis.
No.
Okay, that's 2. LeBron.
No.
Jokic.
No.
Harden.
No.
Anyway.
Forgetting
Steph
Embiid. You're forgetting Embiid. No. No Steph.
and Embiid. Yeah,
No
no.
Embiid.
I said Luca, right? Or no, not Luca. No.
No, I'm pretty sure that you did say Luka.
Oh, okay. Well then, who else? Is Kyrie considered?
If you really want to.
Or Tatum? Tatum.
Okay, fine. Tatum. I don't mind putting CP3 over Tatum. I won't argue with anyone that does that. I'm gonna be honest. I won't argue with anyone that does that. So we've already found somebody that could be considered a top 10 player. That CP3 could be better. And the fact that CP3 brings so much to one basketball team. The Suns were the 10th seed last year. And that's all you need to know. Wrap it up. If they had the playing game this year, look, because technically they did have the playing game last year, but the Suns, they went 8-0, and they didn't even make the playoffs. They didn't even like get into the playing game. But if it was the same format this year as it was last year, the Suns would be in the playing game. They'd be fighting for a playing game spot. They're the 2 seed. From one basketball player, one guy comes into the team. They bring in some extra pieces. But Chris Paul, of course, is going to be the driving force. That Suns team needed a leader. And you want to talk about leaders? You want to talk about leadership on the court? Chris Paul is the embodiment of that. So in my opinion, I think Chris Paul is a top 10 basketball player right now. You're third.
So I had a Chris Paul one, so I'm just going to say it now if you said yours. And that is Chris Paul the most skilled all-around point guard ever? Now, to me, honestly, I think yes. He can finish around the rim, floaters and everything like that. Shooting,
very crafty, very crafty.
Very crafty playmaking and amazing passer. And on defense, he can get you a stop. So honestly, I think he is. It's not by far at all, though.
Okay. This one I'm going to have to sadly disagree with. He's the best in the league right now. All time, it's Magic.
All around. Yeah.
Because, of course, so CP3 is a better, I would say, mid-range and three-point shooter than Magic. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Magic was a better rebounder. But bring Magic down to CP3's height, which is around 5'11" to 6 feet. I don't think that he'd be able to do this kind of stuff that CP3 is doing right now. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Because Chris Paul is around, like I said, 5'11" to 6 feet tall, averaging 5 rebounds a game this season. And so 1.83 meters. Okay, so I don't know why they do it like that. 1.83 meters into feet. Okay, so Chris Paul he's 6 feet tall, averaging 5 rebounds a game.
That's pretty good, yeah.
So I will not argue with you on potentially being the most all-around skilled player. Like if we're talking about so CP3 a better passer than Magic. Maybe he just passed Magic for all-time assists. So
yeah,
there's actually an argument for that. Is he a better scorer in general? Yes. Is he better at rebounding? No, because of a height difference. But Magic was 6'9". Let's go to Magic Johnson's season stats. Let's see what Magic was doing when it comes to rebounding. Because I know that he was a good rebounder because he's tall. He averaged 7. CP3's 2 rebounds under him, but 9 inches under him.
Short. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna argue with you on CP3 potentially being the most all-around point guard, but I'm still gonna have to give it to Magic. I have another CP3 one because CP3 is such an interesting player.
Yeah, true.
Christopher Paul for the most valuable player. Now he's 100%, without a doubt in my mind, he's not going to win the MVP this year.
Yeah.
But just value. And like I said last time, the Suns were the 10th seed last year, and that's all you need to know. This guy comes onto the team, and what are the standings right now? Because the Suns are the 2 seed, and I think they're 1 or 2 games back.
Yeah.
The Suns are 2 games back.
It's ridiculous.
With just the addition of Chris Paul. I think that if the NBA for this year, and this is the one time I'm going to say this would be the one time that LeBron James is kind of getting beat up by somebody for the most valuable player.
Yeah.
Okay. Emphasis on valuable. If this guy leaves the team is garbage.
Yeah.
There's a reason why the Cavs got the number 1 pick in 2003. There's a reason. There's a reason why the 4 years that LeBron wasn't there when he was in Miami, they were garbage. They got the first pick, twice?
Yeah, twice. Shit.
No, 3 times because they got Kyrie. They drafted Wiggins in LeBron's return, but technically that's still 3 times because 3 times of the 4 years they got the first pick, and they ended up getting Kyrie Irving, who's no longer on the team, Andrew Wiggins, who's no longer on the team, Anthony Bennett, who's no longer on the team. Kyrie Irving, he might be a Hall of Famer. Andrew Wiggins, with the way that his career is going, he's not going to be a Hall of Famer. You know dang well that Anthony Bennett ain't no Hall of Famer. So they had one good pick out of all of those. LeBron comes in, somehow takes a Warriors team that just had an amazing season with the MVP on their team to 6 games without Kevin Love and Kyrie. The person that is guarding LeBron somehow wins the MVP despite him scoring 33, 13, and 8. How do you average 8 assists with J.R. Smith, Matthew Dellavedova, Timothy Mozgov? Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know how Iggy got the MVP, bro. Steph got snubbed.
Steph has one. It's fine.
Yeah. That's just that's like unfathomable to me. Like, how does Iggy win it? LeBron put on a show in that series. The Lakers. The Cavs are taking that Golden State team to a game 7. If they call Iggy play where LeBron is going for the fadeaway and Iggy just slaps it, the Cavs are in a game 7. And I'm pretty sure that LeBron would have won that. I'm sorry. LeBron most likely has 5 championships.
Yeah, it's game 7, you know?
Yeah. LeBron's a different beast. Who knows? Maybe he would have gotten a championship, the chase down block before the chase down block, you know? Maybe it's a chase down before the chase down. Who knows? But yeah, it's insane that Iggy somehow won the Finals MVP. But yeah, like when it comes to value, I think Chris Paul, I think he gets it this year, man. Like, of course, not the most valuable player, but the most valuable player. Like the most valuable to their team, but not the best player in the league. Bro, they should change it to like the MVP, the most bestest player. They should change it to because the MVP is like the best player on one of the best teams. Not the most valuable player, the best player on one of the best teams. That's what it is. That's what we're getting in the end.
The best season performer?
That's not bad.
I have no idea, man.
Yeah, they need to change that, bro. They need to change it from most valuable player because LeBron is gonna if it's the MVP, LeBron is gonna be the GOAT with like 13 of those things, bro.
Yeah, easily, man.
He's gonna have like 13 of them. Like LeBron, especially in 2007, he got that team to the finals. That team? Delonte West. I can't even remember who else was on that team. Was Mo Williams on that team? I don't know.
But all you have to say is the second best player on that team was an old Big Z. So that's great.
And somehow LeBron was having fun. Did you see that picture of them LeBron taking photo? Like, I don't know how that team was having fun. Bro, everyone's like, yes, sir. Just carry me to the playoffs, Brian. Yes, sir. Another championship. Yes, sir. LeBron, how are we losing? You're supposed to be averaging 50. I can't do it by myself. You gotta. And then boom, they get swept. Because LeBron has no help.
Yeah.
But okay, that's my third. Move on to your fourth. Do you have 4 or 5?
This is my last one.
Okay.
4?
So I'll do my last one then after this, and then we'll call it quits because I don't think we have enough time to do Michael Jordan because we're on like a minute restriction. So you have to most likely see that next week. My bad.
So for me, viewer, if any viewers, if any of you guys see this video and there's a LeBron hater, you guys might not want to hear this, but if LeBron wins this championship against the Brooklyn Nets, he is the GOAT. He is just the GOAT. You can't argue. I'm sorry. If you argue with me, you're a casual, bro. You can't. You can't. That's literally my take. Literally. He's just the GOAT, man. I don't know.
I agree with that so heavily. It's sad. Like, I agree with that so heavily. It's sad. Like, oh my gosh, like it's unfair. Like, I'm so happy. Like, that just brought a smile. Like, I'm so happy that those words just came out of your mouth. Imagine if LeBron James beats Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. Imagine. Just imagine. If he beats those two. If they don't, I'm sorry, if LeBron doesn't even win a championship against them, if he just wins the championship in general, if LeBron wins against either the Bucks or the Sixers, I think it's still pretty inevitable. The man is 36. This man is 36. How are you still winning titles, being the best player on the team? Chill, bro. Take it easy. Take it easy.
And you know how he's still going to be the GOAT if he beats the Bucks or Sixers? It's LeBron and AD on LA, but it's Joel, Ben, and Tobias. For the Bucks, it's Giannis, Chris, and Drew. Like, there's a third guy for everybody.
The Lakers will not have the third guy. You could say that it's Andre. Andre Drummond doesn't provide that scoring.
Yeah.
Like, he's an amazing rebounder. The best rebounder of the last decade, but yeah. I would say. But like, okay, so you tell me, is Andre Drummond better than Jrue Holiday? Let's just get that out of the way. No. Is Andre Drummond better than Tobias Harris? Tobias Harris almost was an all-star. Tobias Harris had a serious all-star case this year.
Yeah, like
a serious all-star case. So yeah, I'm gonna have to like strongly agree with that. Unless Drummond becomes like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the playoffs, yeah, I'm gonna have to strongly agree with it. I really want to see what it's gonna look like with a healthy AD, a healthy LeBron, and a healthy Drummond. I want to see that. Like, I want to see this team play. I want to see Dennis, KCP, LeBron, AD, and Drummond. That's gonna be a good team to watch. It's kind of crazy because I was watching a Kenny video the other day about one of our favorite YouTubers, King of the Fourth Quarter. And he said that a Lakers team without LeBron and AD is still a pretty fun team to watch. How? You know how?
It's not as fun at all.
Because defense. And defense, a lot of people think that it's one of the most boring aspects. I'd much rather see, okay, of course I don't want to see a bunch of bricks. Like, just bricks falling down in the arena. Defense is fun, man. Defense is fun. Like, that Suns Celtics game, I watched it. It went down to 86-99. That game was defense.
Yeah.
That game was just defense. And that was a fun game to watch. But yeah, the Lakers, they're still a fun team to watch because they clamp. That Lakers team clamps, bro. And when AD is finally not rusty, that team's going to be nice. That team's going to be way too
More
nice.
clamps.
That team's going to be too nice to handle. And when LeBron comes back, too nice to handle.
Yeah. The reason that defense is fun to watch is you don't know how satisfying it is to see someone lock down the other team for 23 seconds and get the board. It's just amazing.
You don't know how satisfying it is to see your favorite team lock down for 24 seconds straight to the point where the other team can barely get a shot off. Like, you know how satisfying that is to see your team putting their heart out. And for 24 straight seconds, it's just man-to-man defense. That's amazing to see. On my last take, I put 5. I'm only going to be able to do 4. Okay. I want to share this equally. Okay, no, I'm going to do all 5 of them. And then the 5th one that I'm going to do, we're going to share it equally between me and RJ. So my 4th one is, can we just stop Stephen Curry for MVP? Like, just stop it. Please, just stop it.
Wait, what did you say? No, I
said just stop. Like, can we just stop Steph for MVP? Stop it, please. Just cut it out.
Like, stop saying Steph for MVP?
Yes, just cut it out. Cut it out. Can an amazing 10 games? Yes, I'm serious. Do you think Stephen Curry still has a legitimate chance for MVP?
No, I don't think he's gonna win it, but like if he's like right up there, I'm fine with that.
I'm saying stop it, man. His team is a 9 seed, 10 seed actually, which isn't at all really his fault. But like, he's putting up amazing numbers. Numbers, number one, they're not translating to any wins. And that's one of the key factors in the MVP. Number 2, bro, he had a good 10-game stretch, and y'all are Bro, y'all acting like he just won, like, bro, like he's coming off of a unanimous MVP season. Chill. Come on, chill. Stephen Curry, in my opinion. Okay, and I'm gonna say this: 0% chance to win the MVP. 0.
I kind of agree with you now because honestly, the main reason for that is an example in Washington because we see Bradley Beal doing the exact same thing, basically, like almost, and
no one is
no
even
one's saying
considering him
MVP for
top 10, really.
at all, man.
Like the top 10 of most people, like right now, like even adding on injuries, the top 10 of most people right now is Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, Harden, I don't know, Curry at 5 maybe, Luka, like it's more players. Bradley Beal isn't in like a lot of people's top 10, bro. Like he's like right outside. He's like number 13. I can't remember what I put him on as my and like in my list when we did our top 20, but I don't think he was in my top 10. I'm unsure. I think he was part of my. I don't think he was a part of the list. I don't think he was top 10. I could be wrong though.
You need him like 9 or 10 or something. Yeah, 9.
Something around that. Well, not a lot of people have him in his top 10, and well, like the Warriors are 29-30. The Wizards are 25-33. So they have very similar records, but the Warriors are somehow doing better.
Yeah.
They're putting up nearly identical stats. Curry has far less help. Okay, I'm going to say far less help. All I really have to say, just stop with Steph for MVP. That's all I'm going to say. Just stop with Steph for MVP. 0% chance. Okay, and the next one. Me and Archie were talking about this. With KD's newfound injury, and I think this is just bias coming from 2 Raptors fans. Could the Raps make the finals, man? Could the Raps somehow make the finals?
I kind of think it's possible, man. Honestly,
We're thinking about this now that KD, like I said earlier, I think he's out for like 4 to 6 weeks potentially, and now that Harden suffered an even bigger setback to a hamstring. If the Raptors can be like the Nets and make the 1 seed, if the Raptors can come out of the playing game, if they even make the playing game, the slower roll. If they even make the playing game, if they can make it, come out of it, and be the 8 seed, they could beat that Nets team without KD, or maybe even without James. That Raptors team is good enough to beat just Kyrie and a bunch of pretty decent role players. I'm not gonna argue with anyone that says that because I say it myself. I mean, and like this is most likely just like huge biased from two Raptors fans. I don't care.
To me, I actually don't think it is, but we've seen them beat. Okay, no, you said that they might be able to beat a team without KD and James. We've seen them beat a team with Kyrie and James. I don't think it's impossible at all.
But when?
I was watching the game. I don't remember. Like it was like earlier in the season though.
Okay.
Like with Norm and stuff.
So. Oh, okay. But and there had been some pretty significant lineup changes, so that could potentially change. Who knows? But yeah, I think that they still have. If the Raptors, like I said, if they even make the playing game, they actually have a chance to beat a team like the Nets, man.
Yeah, it's possible.
The Sixers do have the tiebreaker against the Nets, so that would be. I don't think the Raptors could beat the Sixers, really, in my opinion. Yeah, Chris could guard Joel. Chris can guard Joel. Kyle has enough dog in him to guard Ben. Pascal. Wait. Chris can guard Joel. Kyle has enough dog in him to guard Ben. And Pascal can guard Tobias. You know? Oh, I feel like it would be the bench. It'd be the bench.
Oh, and I'm not even gonna go.
But then Gary Trent Jr. I just broke off the bench. I'm not even. They can beat the Bucks. No, they can beat the Bucks.
They can. Giannis, that's all I have to say. Because we have OG, Pascal, and what's it called, Boucher to throw at him, so it's not that much,
And I was watching a YouTube video, and it kind of like sums up everything that happens with Giannis. They let him do his Euro step, gain all the confidence in the world during the regular season. All you really have to do is just build a wall, and he's good. In the playoffs, just build a wall. That's it. build the
Yeah.
wall, force him to stumble, do whatever. He can't do his Euro step, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Euro step is cheesy, man. That Euro step is cheesy.
They're actually gonna call the travel if he gets stopped and he's taking like 10 steps. Like,
Yeah. Hopefully the refs get it. Like they get it together in time for the playoffs. Because I would hate to see like dumb calls in playoff games.
that would suck.
Like especially like I was watching the Heat Bucks game last year in the bubble when they called the foul on Giannis that sent Jimmy to the line, similar to what happened in the Suns Bucks game. So the Bucks just have no luck with stuff like that. But yeah, that's just to take them this year. Now, of course, if the Raptors made the finals, they're most likely not going to win it because they can't beat the Lakers. I wouldn't say. I don't know, maybe.
No. Making the finals.
Couldn't beat the Clippers, so Kawhi would get some revenge. Unless Kawhi becomes just garbage and PG starts hitting the backboard again. The playoffs are going to be interesting. Will Kawhi and PG just shut down again? You know?
I don't think PG shutting down again, man. I don't know.
Who knows? It's something. It's something to think about. It is something to think about. Like I said, we do not have enough time to see if MJ wasn't in the league. So who knows? We might try to do some extra seasons next time that we do the podcast. This is episode 9. Tomorrow's the 24th, which would be Saturday. Sunday is the 25th. We started this. Our first episode was on. Let's see. One second. I have an idea. Why am I looking at ads? Okay. Yeah. Before we end this off, our first ever episode was 3 weeks ago on March the 26th. April the 26th is coming up in 3 days. If we make I don't want to like promise anything. You're most likely gonna see an episode on Monday. Just because it's our 10th episode on. So technically, we can now say we most likely make 10 episodes a month, which isn't too bad. For 12 months, that's what 120 episodes. That's actually a lot. What?
That's really good. Yeah.
For a year, that's 100. Okay, wait. That just got into my mind. 120 episodes a year.
240 for 2 years. That's ridiculous.
360 for what the? Okay, let me just get that thought out of my head. I don't want to think that far ahead into the future, man. I do not want to think that far ahead into the future. But yeah, don't be surprised if you guys see an episode on Monday instead of Tuesday. I know you guys did like the 3 episodes last week, but that's because we just had all the free time in the world, But yeah, who knows? I want us to like start making more episodes during like when we're off of school. That'd be nice. Imagine like we do like an episode every single day for like a whole entire month. Just something to think about. But yeah, that's gonna end off today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy some hot takes / unpopular opinions. And well, now me and RJ gotta think about what we're gonna talk about for next week's podcast episode, because it's gonna be episode 10, hopefully on our 1 month, anniversary. That sounds weird. Anniversary of being being a YouTube channel. So who knows? It's the future. Who knows what the future, who knows what the future holds. Future could hold anything in its hand. And I'd be forced to take it because I'm just saying dumb stuff. We'll most likely see you guys on Monday. It's been Main Man Milan.
And it's your boy Jay.
And I'll see you guys next episode for episode 10. Peace.